Howdy. Welcome everybody to the to today's show. A little bit late, but better late than never, kind of. Except for this week.
This is the Gaming News Superpower Hour. We do this every week on Saturdays.
Saturdays, Saturdays. This week's episode will cover Battlefront reviews, positive and negative. We'll also cover. I mean, there was 2 games that came out really this week. But there's little bits of tidbits of news that came out. We'll start with an icebreaker. What game have you been playing recently, Josh?
Well, I haven't played much of anything, but I recently played Smash Brothers. That was my most recent gameplay.
It's the holiday season, so there's a lot of newer games coming out.
Yeah.
And my newest game is a free-to-play game that relies on microtransactions, and I'm not talking about Halo 5 kind of microtransactions. Nintendo released a game. They announced in the Direct last week. It's a badge game. It's forced downloaded to everybody anyway. But it's for people that want those, those cool little home screens I always show you. But they want $2 for skin and some music for your home screen, for your background and stuff. But this allows you to customize it. But it gives you 5 free plays before you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Of course, and then it gives you the ability to practice those stages to win other ones daily.
This was what was announced on the Nintendo Direct, right?
Yeah. So I've been trying to play that, been trying to earn badges, and they only stay up for 2 days each time. So I can't get enough practice things to get the badges that actually match.
Yeah.
So my favorite ones have gone away. There's some new favorite ones, but they're all so different. I'm just going to make this random thing with Splatoon versus Kirby versus Mario Kart. It's like so weird.
But you can make some really interesting home themes that way.
You could, but they're really trying to force people to spend money.
But if you're really good at it, it won't be too big of a problem. But it might be
Oh,
for
no,
some
it will
people. For some people, it might turn out being better than paying $2 or $3 on an entire theme, and they can't even really customize it as much as they want.
That's true. There's no customization with themes, so I would actually recommend if you see a theme that you kind of like, and you're like, do I need to waste $2 on a stupid 3DS theme? Do the badge game. It's somewhat neat, and you can customize a little bit more because themes are nothing but maybe somewhat minimally animated backgrounds with some music.
Yeah.
And if you spend $2 on playing in a day, then they actually give you a theme.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's a payoff no matter what.
Yeah.
Might as well just go for it.
Yeah, if you want to get a theme, go ahead and play the game.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty good.
That's pretty neat. And I've got Falco here.
So
you got a little Falco. You can't really. I gotta move him back.
There's no way you can really knock that game then, because you're getting something you would be paying for anyway, the same amount. So yeah, don't knock that game. You
I'm
can't.
not knocking
no
the
way
game.
of
I
doing
was saying it relies heavily on microtransactions. I mean, even Battlefront didn't rely heavily on microtransactions yet.
Yeah, yet.
Just a $60 DLC that we don't know really what's a part of it.
Yeah.
But they've finally come out and said that it's like, here it is. It's DLC packs like we've done with Battlefield. Okay, or that's cool. I like the Battlefield somewhat, but Battlefield 4 was where it really started to go downhill.
And anytime you're going to have maps be exclusive to people to buy these extra, it kills your community.
Start splitting those install bases with, okay, the first map pack, sure, you might have a lot of people jump on board. And that next map pack is, okay, well, the hype is dying for real. And then that third and fourth map pack, the hype is dead, and they're ready for a new one. Like, shooters have almost become instinctively a annualized kind of game.
Yeah.
Battlefield did wait 2 years in between each game, but it still feels like it should be done in a yearly fashion. Like, I would actually be better with this if they waited for all these DLC packs and come out with it next holiday.
Yeah.
And give me a disc I can buy in a store or a download for $50 or a disc for $60. And then I take it home and install it, and it gives me more packs. I still have the base game, and I have these packs. I would be more okay with that because the mass audience is going to be more used to that with Call of Duty.
Well, if you haven't figured it out, our first topic is going to be Battlefront. Obviously, there's been enough said about it, but we do want to point out the overall reviews all over the net that have been going on. And frankly, it's a positive average score is what it is. It's nothing special.
Okay, so it depends on how you view game reviews. Some people look at IGN, they look at everything, but they look at an IGN score of 7.5 and they say, that game is terrible, I can't buy it. But really,
that's an average score.
That's a good score. They say it's good right there. A bad score is a 4.5. Sure, a 4.5 game you might not want to give a full $60 for, wait for that bargain bin kind of price.
Yeah.
But the average score is 7, 10, 3 of 5, some 8 out of 10 or 4 of 5.
Yeah. People do need to understand that math is a thing, and 7 is most of 10. Yeah. So when you look at that, that's not a bad score.
No, it's not a bad score. Not a bad score at all.
And not everything's going to be a 9. And do remember that these reviewers are just a person giving their opinion.
One person giving their opinion. This is not a group of normal gamers. This is one person who gets paid to review games that he doesn't pay for.
Now, I'll say that Battlefront 3 is not really a revolutionary addition to Battlefront. I think it's just the necessary evolution. It doesn't excel in my expectations, but it doesn't go underneath them either.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of tell the way they were going, the way they're moving, the way they've talked about their own game is that they were moving towards more of a casual pick up and play kind of atmosphere. Something with less depth. It doesn't reward you for putting a lot of time into it.
I like that. You can just pick it up and play. There's not a big learning curve.
I like that too, but not for $120 for the full game.
Well, yeah, definitely not for the season pass.
That season pass is what's going to make it truly worth it. It's going to make it really last longer. And $60 is almost too much to ask for people this holiday when Fallout 4, Halo 5 Guardians, and even if you're on the Nintendo side of things, Xenoblade Chronicles, these games are going to offer you depth in multiplayer with Halo 5 or a riveting story, $10, $12 story, or Fallout 4, riveting story and depth of gameplay with a 120-hour game for most people on their first playthrough. And Xenoblade Chronicles, the big hook of their game is mech suits, and you don't even get those until 75 hours into the game. So for you to offer a casual shooter, but then also kind of tell people if you want to play with everybody and you want to play all of our maps, it's going to be 120.
When you're already going to be competing with all these other titles.
You're competing with better titles. Not trying to throw an opinion out there. It kind of did.
Yeah, it kind of did.
But something that offers more. It does offer more depth.
Yeah.
On these other games. So it's a casual game to offer a premium price is rough. I mean, this is not the only game to offer no depth and super casual gameplay into it this week. Mario Tennis came out yesterday. Those scores are the ones where it's like, let me wait for the bargain bin.
Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting great scores, but I was expecting people that were reviewing this game really knew what they were getting into. It seemed like they were just in this game, like they were assigned this game. They didn't really want to play it because it's a Mario Tennis game. There's not a whole lot to expect.
There's a fan base for it.
Yeah, I think it actually looks really fun.
It does look fun. Now, here's my problem: is that it's priced like it's a normal big-time game. It's like it should have been $30. I'm still waiting before I buy any of these games at launch because Mario Golf World Tour was a very deep game, very hardcore. It was just as skill-based as the Tiger Woods series, but not Tiger Woods anymore, but Rory McIlroy series. And Mario Tennis. So Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, Mario Strikers, which is the soccer one, football, and Mario Hoops. You throw all of those games into one package for $60, heck of a deal. Yeah. It's like your own version of Wii Sports, but with Mario characters. Great. Super awesome. Mario Tennis by itself for $50. And the Amiibo function wasn't even cool. Like, they pulled another one where it's like, you don't have a friend. Here's an Amiibo.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, some people just don't have friends, and there's a good option for them. I mean, have sympathy for those people.
It's kind of a cheat thing, too, because you tap an Amiibo while you're in a one-on-one match, and you get 2-on-1.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you can turn that off, right?
I mean, I'm sure you can, and I'm sure you wouldn't want to cheat yourself out of the only depth this game may have is up in the difficulty. But Mario Tennis by itself, $50. Nintendo, I realized
I would say that should probably be a max of 40.
it should have had full Emulation support. I think you double your sales, whatever little sales they'll be. You double those sales with full Emulation support, where it's like, hey, your me can be in this game, or Mario, and they'll all dress up as these other characters.
Yeah.
It's like, boom.
That's something that they're going to push in all of their titles that are like these kinds of titles. These casual titles, you need to push that amiibo support because that's what's going to make people want to have more.
It's going to make people that buy all of these amiibos.
Because some people are fine with, say, just a few. And there's the rare ones like you that have every single one of them.
Except for the Animal Crossing ones.
Now, if they could get everyone on board with getting all these amiibos, they would have so much more money. They'd make so much more profit. But that's only going to appeal to people if it's going to be in all those Nintendo titles.
Yeah. Super, super not cool, Nintendo, to come out with Mario Tennis. That's my official response. Super not cool for Mario Tennis. Once that hits $20, totally worth it. Mario Golf is the same way on 3DS. But moving on from Mario Tennis, which kind of hurts my heart that they did that. Just because they had to move his game back.
Some more bad news revolving around that.
I hate to bad on bad, but Mario Tennis isn't bad. It's just room for opportunity to learn from their mistakes and quit being bad.
We're eventually going to get to something good. Just wait one more second. We
Arkham Knight.
Bad thing.
Man, that's a good subject to talk about, right?
Bad news for that one.
They abandoned the dual GPU support, which if you're familiar with that Crossfire type technology, they kept saying it's coming. We'll get it worked out, like they've said for 6 months. We'll get it worked out. We'll figure it out. We'll fix it, and nothing has happened. PC users, congratulations to those of us who got to play it. It worked on our machines just fine. We got to experience everything. DLC. Then we still got a refund. And those people that bought it were really looking forward to buying it, and now if they want to experience it, have to buy a console. I'm sorry. That is a lot. For people that develop a game on a PC, to now have to ask you, can you go out and spend $400 on console you're not going to play anything else on because you just are that low to the Arkham series? You just want to see that amazing finale to the Arkham series? I apologize on behalf of Rocksteady because they won't man up and just straight up apologize.
Yeah.
But the dual GPU support, it's just another thing.
Officially been killed, so there's no looking forward to that. My advice would always be to look into the card you're getting anyway before you think, I'm going to buy this, and then later if I need, I'll buy an additional to Crossfire, because that's not going to work in every situation.
Yeah, and the most expensive card isn't your best bet. The most expensive rig isn't your best bet. Research things a lot, not just taking like a few sites' opinion, because they're all kind of getting paid by somebody. Someone pays them to stay up.
And no, you're spending several $100s building your rig or buying one that's pretty much just stock specs. But you need to make sure you spend adequate time because you're going to be stuck with this machine for a while.
Yeah, just like a PS4, Xbox One, except on the PC side, you can go the PC route if you do it correctly. Not even expensive. Not even that much more than a PS4 setup or an Xbox One setup once you get all the accessories. It's not that much more, actually. Not even maybe $200 more. But this will last you longer. This will allow you to do more things because it's an actual computer. But this will allow you to get almost every game because Xbox One and PS4 don't have that many exclusives between the two anymore. So a PC setup is important. So treat it like it's an important investment. Don't treat it like you can just throw money in and fix a problem.
Yeah.
Donald Trump can do that, but we can't. That was sarcasm. We can't do it either.
Well, let's move on to something that is a bit better news.
Oh, yeah. Someone that knows how to develop a game. Just Cause 3 released some gameplay in full 4K, 60 frames a second for those of you who like to see people that can craft art into the things that are video games.
Not many developers in this day and age can do 4K, 60 frames a second.
Not many developers can even do 60 frames a second correctly.
That's right.
So that's 4K. These guys did really cool stuff, and Just Cause is kind of like a game that was throwaway before. I didn't even buy them when they hit the $20, $19.99 sale things. I never bought the Just Cause games before because they never really got me excited. They didn't push the envelope one way or another. They felt like another action game.
Yeah.
But nothing more. And then, oh my God, this looks like someone took Grand Theft Auto stuff and enhanced it.
Yeah.
Enhanced it.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Did you love that video?
Oh, it was great. I've never actually played a Just Cause game, just like you said. You never really went for the $19.99. But this one, I really feel confident about playing.
Yeah, and it's really neat. that I have another Grand Theft Auto type looking game because it looks like it has a living, breathing world in there. So I have another game with some depth to the actual environment to play. Because Grand Theft Auto, you can say it doesn't have depth, you can say it does have depth. Some people just play it to kill hookers, but
That's my main goal.
Some people play it.
Clean up those streets.
I'll play it.
Can't have that sinful nature on the streets of Los Santos.
You know what? Sometimes I play. I just walk down the streets and I just let it rain. I let it puddle up. I watch the environments change. Last time I played for 2 hours, and I don't even know if I killed anyone on purpose.
Yeah,
and it was amazing because it's just
you can have fun
the
with that.
living, breathing environment. Sometimes you just want to walk around. You just want to just see what could happen because there's so many random things that happen. And Just Cause has got me hyped. I haven't even watched anything else on this game. I kind of don't want to. This video sold it to me itself.
I hope I can be Iron Man Mini Hulkbuster though.
Well, you can already do that in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, yeah,
you need to do it in every game. You don't have to do it in every game.
Well, it just enriches it.
You can go buy a Hulkbuster Disney Infinity character, try to use it as an amiibo in Smash Brothers, and complain because I can't play as mini Hulkbuster in Smash Brothers.
That's a good idea. I'll go ahead and start drafting up email to Nintendo.
Great. Moving on from Just Cause 3 in glorious 4K and 60 frames per second.
A bit more good news. Starting a snowball effect here. Well, it depends on how you look at it. It can be good, it can be bad. I'm going to say it's good news.
I'm going to take that glass below half full and say it's not.
Instead of releasing new titles, PS3, they're re-releasing PS3 games on PS4, which is kind of Sony's signature for developing content. But there's some pretty titles. Well, at least one of them will be really pretty, I'm sure. The re-release of Heavy Rain for PS4.
And Beyond Two Souls.
Which
was awesome.
Both of them aren't games in the traditional sense. If you're not familiar, they're more like interactive movies.
Beyond Two Souls starred Little Juno. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh my God. She was a Shadowcat from X-Men movies. She's the one that went through walls. Ellen Page.
Gotcha.
Okay, good.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's who started in Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain. They were really great stories. As video games, not so much.
Because they're just, you make a few choices. And
move your character to the right 3 feet, make a choice. 3 feet, make a choice. And that was it. So that was unfortunate to hear for me because okay. First off, it's never bad when more titles come to a system, so people have more games to play.
So that's the good news you can think of it as, which is what I was trying to say.
But when you are asking these people to buy a new console and all you're doing is giving them the same games they've already spent $60 on before on the last gen, that was touted as HD, full HD. Now they're saying, oh, but they're re-HD. I don't know.
Is it even 4K though?
No, it's just enhanced 1080p.
Okay. That's a thing?
That's a thing.
Okay. Well, another thing on Sony that is a bit better news, but you can still see a downside to it as well. I'm going to say this, got some good news to it.
I'm going to say this is good news because it's free. Because it's not asking you to repurchase games you just paid $60 on the last system. 2 systems ago, there was a glorious little machine that beat the pants off of everybody, known as the PlayStation 2.
Well, I guess I'll say the bad news part since you're being all good about it.
I am. PlayStation 2 is amazing. It was great. They did some great stuff. And now you can emulate them on the PS4. They have emulation support coming.
And they still don't have PS3 emulation support coming. And the reason is because when you have an emulator, it's an operating system on top of an operating system. PS2's operating system, obviously really small. That was decades ago. But PS3 was much bigger, and then running on top of the already heavy overhead PS4 operating system, they just don't know how to do it, and that's why they said they're not going to try. But, you can play some of your old titles if you still have them, if you didn't trade them in or sell them to replays your games.
Hey, I've still got Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 on PS2. I can play a good Battlefront game finally.
Campaign, yeah. I mean, you won't really find any online there.
No, the campaigns are fine.
Yeah, the campaigns, especially in 2. I loved the campaign for 2.
The campaigns in 2 explain so much.
Yeah.
It was like, you guys thought of stuff. Look at this. This is why they're not all the same Stormtrooper anymore. This is why they're different sizes, because they had to mix things up because the clone manufacturing plant got destroyed. I'm not getting into a tangent or anything. I just love those stories.
Yeah. Moving on from just the Sony little tidbits there. If you've been playing Fallout 4, obviously, if you're playing any Bethesda game, you've run across some bugs.
Really?
Probably a lot of them.
Really?
But they are releasing some patches for Fallout 4 soon. They haven't said what they're going to fix, obviously, because there's so much to fix.
So much.
But whenever they're ready, you're going to be able to have a beta of the patch. It's kind of like a nightly build of software if you've ever done that. And then they're going to officially push the patches on PC. And then they're going to go to the consoles.
Yeah, the cool thing is Fallout 4, Bethesda has always fixed their stuff mostly.
Yeah.
But what's really funny is every time a Bethesda game comes out, everyone forgets that there's going to be literally thousands of problems with these games. And so they go in, they're like, I can't believe this is so buggy. And I'm like, do you have Alzheimer's? I don't understand. We were down this road 4 years ago. We were down this road 4 years before that. Every time Bethesda comes out with a game, or Obsidian with Fallout New Vegas, there are so many bugs that it almost becomes a waiting game. Sure, buy the game outright. I'm not saying don't buy a game when it launches, because 70% of a game's sales happen in that first week. I'm just saying that expect the bugs and really play it casually until about a month later.
And I don't think people, I'm not trying to be too much of a Bethesda fanboy, but you don't need to complain a whole lot when there's 1,000+ bugs, because you have so much content thrown at you from Bethesda. They have like 100 QA testers. That 100 cannot collect all the bugs or run across all the bugs that millions get. The reason there's so many bugs in Bethesda games is because there's so much openness and so much freedom. When you have all these different scenarios that run into each other, that's when you find the bugs.
All the choices, the depth of this game, it just breeds its own problems. It's not a shooter where you kill someone, they die, you get points. It's not that simple like a Call of Duty or an Assassin's Creed where it's very linear and this happens. You really just have to get the physics down in Assassin's Creed because there's not a lot of different problems. There's not a lot of different enemies that can come after you with different kind of scripting. So this is the problem that happens. I've heard people compare the defense of Fallout unfair because Assassin's Creed Unity got destroyed last year for their bugs. First off, Assassin's Creed Unity's bugs made it almost unplayable. Secondly, you don't really expect those kind of bugs from a straightforward action-adventure game because they don't have that much to do. Just get it right. You don't have that much to do, and the city wasn't even that huge. So the defense, you don't have to be a fanboy to defend Fallout's bugs because you kind of know what's coming, but you also know that there's so much depth that, say this mission won't trigger, go do another mission until they patch it, and they will patch it, and they will fix it, and they won't make it to where the game won't work.
If you're on PC, you're going to have the community already working in your favor to help fix it anyway, unofficially.
Plus, kudos to Rocksteady for giving out, going back to that, kudos to Rocksteady for giving reimbursements or refunds, whatever you want to call it, for people that bought that game on PC.
Which is amazing for a company to do. Most wouldn't do that.
I got the full price I paid for that in the DLC package. Like, I paid for all of it up front. I was like, I don't pre-order games much or preload, but I am ready for this Arkham Knight game. And my main issue with the whole thing is that since other people couldn't play it, they delayed my DLC. So that became really frustrating to me. That's why I wanted the refund, even though I got to play the game. Well, they cheated me out of this really cool experience. And once I have to wait 7 months for my DLC, I don't want to play it anymore. That's just the way it is. So Bethesda, I think, is man enough that if it were game-breaking bugs, they would be willing to offer refunds, but they're not. But Ubisoft, don't defend Assassin's Creed. They didn't offer you refunds. They just said, hey, first chunk of DLC is free. Yeah. Like, don't give me that.
Yeah.
Don't crap in my hands and wash it off with water and think, you're good to go. Shake other people's hands. I don't know. Yeah, I lost that phrase.
They're known for giving a bad taste in someone's mouth. Not to try to just bash someone for the sake of it, because everyone's jumping on board of bashing Ubisoft and EA and these other companies, but they kind of deserve it.
Don't compare Assassin's Creed Unity with Fallout 4. Very different scenarios. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying, because I've seen 2 big websites run those stories with the comparisons, and it's like, you're part of the problem. You're spreading this kind of crap. But moving on from Fallout 4, sticking with the PC side, going to some positive news, if that was negative at all for you, not expecting bugs in a Fallout game. Steam fall sales and winter sales have undergone some changes, which benefits me because I have a job and a life. And I cannot be keeping up with them flash sales. But there's the leaked dates of November 25th to December 1st for the fall sale, and then December 22nd to January 4th for the winter sale. Yeah. But also they're doing no flash sales. It's just going to be daily sales, and then they're going to have they have the consistent sales throughout the whole time period, which is really good. The flash 4-hour sales, terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible strategy.
Their new structure, the new strategy seems a lot more organized, a lot more user friendly or consumer friendly.
Yeah, definitely consumer friendly because it's not that we don't want to spend the money and get these games when they're cheap. Actually, Steam sales have kind of hurt the economy of games and the way people think of games. It's like, I like that game, let me wait for a Steam sale.
Yeah.
Which is, it's just the nature of the world economy and just the way we all have to live now. It's,
Save money.
if you're going to keep pricing your games at $60 and you indie people want to keep pricing your games at $50 to $20, then
we're going to be forced to wait till it goes on sale.
You gotta wait
because not everyone has a ton of money, and that's not the consumer's problem at all. That's something that these publishers and distributors need to take into consideration. Is that not everyone has a bunch of money.
Say Star Wars Battlefront. Hey, here's $30 experience. You want $60? We'll give you that season pass for it. Okay, cool. And the same with this with these free DLC updates we've been seeing from people like Halo and Hitman Strategy with their different price points. Like, there's smarter ways to get the consumer to spend their money, and until everyone adapts to that, we kind of wait for Steam sales and stuff like that. And
some other good sales going on right now. If you haven't upgraded your PC to Windows 10, I advise you do that. But right now, all of their apps, their music, their movies, and games are for 10 cents.
Movie rentals.
Movie rentals.
Just to clarify.
Yeah, that's right. Movie rentals, all for 10 cents.
Terminator Genesis just came out. I can rent that for 10 cents to Genesis. That's awesome. Jurassic World just came out a few weeks ago. You probably, are still waiting because you can't afford $20 for Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Well, no longer. You want to see it 10 cents. No need to pirate these movies. 10 cents.
Now, it's not going to go on forever, obviously.
No, this week. Go ahead and rent it.
Yeah.
Just watch it. Takes 2 hours to watch one of these movies, and you know what it's about.
You can stream it or download it to your PC, so you can watch it whenever if you don't have a good internet connection.
And that's a great option. Even though it is a rental, it is a timed download. That does prevent you from the mad buffer that you'll get in rural areas and places where they just don't care about internet, apparently, which exists. But the 10-cent stuff is great because there's some games on there I want to point out. Rayman Fiesta Run.
Yeah.
Rayman Run, whatever word you want to put in the middle for the sequel or the first one, were great. Really great. Beautiful art style, runs on the same engine as Rayman Legends, and they are really well-playing games. Like, they are. I've never played a auto-run platformer better than this game.
Yeah.
And Hitman Go is a type of game that takes the strategy of Hitman and makes it turn-based. And it's like they're little dolls, like a little on a model, like a scale model of a high-end home or a city, and they're these little faceless dolls that you just move around like Monopoly characters almost. Yeah. That's the amiibo I want. Hitman Monopoly character amiibo.
And be aware that even though many of these games are on Windows 8, this is only for a Windows 10 store. So if you have a Windows Phone 8 or a Windows 8 PC, they're not going to be on sale, even though they're the same apps.
Yeah, so those of us that Windows hasn't upgraded our phone to 10 yet, which is pretty awesome. We don't get to play it. But not only do we get those really great Windows 10 little mini games, basically, but the full-fledged games are on sale on Xbox One.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. If you don't have Xbox Live already, you can get a month of it for $1, which is pretty fantastic.
This is Microsoft's Xbox One's early Black Friday sale. They're going all this week.
And they'll have their own regular Black Friday sale. You can go on to MicrosoftStore.com and look up, like, they're going to have their 3-month subscriptions for half off and some other sales. Because this week is very important for the gaming industry, for the retail industry. Black Friday week, Thanksgiving Day, unfortunately, for a lot of people.
Is the name of it.
Sounds racist.
So does, Dreaming of a White Christmas, some people thought.
Okay, whatever. So, just going to run down some Xbox One deals that go on that jumped out to me. Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, $20. Pretty good deal. The Evolve Digital Deluxe Edition, $20, which is a pretty good setup. Grand Theft Auto 5, $36. Now, if you've looked at any of the leaked Black Friday ads, they're going to be $35 on those Black Friday deals. $35, you can get it for $1 more digitally now.
Don't stand in line.
Yeah, no stand in line, no going out with terrible drivers, and depending on where you live, no icy roads. Just download it from home.
Another version of Grand Theft Auto 4 for $40.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
5. My bad. Just still so used to that.
Backwards compatibility, man.
The Great White Shark cash card comes with it.
Yeah, and it's a 1.2 million
in-game money,
a
honestly.
million and a quarter, whatever you want to call it.
That you can use online or in your story mode.
Oh, believe me, that's a lot of money. That's not easy to come by.
Yeah.
So for $4 more, heck of a deal.
The economy in 5 is way different, and online, it's hard to get started when you don't have
hard
cash.
out there for a pimp.
Yeah.
Hard.
You start out with like $300 or something, and
not
you're
even
trying
a
to build
gun.
up, and not even a gun.
And then you got to run around. You got to rob all these convenience stores.
Well, you can't without a gun. So you just got to go beat civilians until you can get like $16 or $9 each time you beat one, and then eventually grab a gun with one magazine.
That's true.
And then rob convenience stores.
Rob convenience stores without firing a shot. No defense. Killer Instinct Season 2 Ultra Edition, $20 is half off, and it's digital. I love digital games. I love them being right there for me to instantly go to. That's what I love about indie games is that they take up such a small file space, and I can download them quick. Yeah. They don't take a lot on hard drive, so I can always keep them on there. Some other things that are going to be $35 in stores on Black Friday, you can get for $36 now digitally. Halo Master Chief Collection, which is a remake of Halo 1 through 4, and it comes with the you can get the other ones, Halo Reach and Halo 3, the sequel to that one, digitally for free. I think still maybe. Shadow of Mordor, $20 for the game of the year. This
beautiful game, great gameplay.
The best combo of Assassin's Creed and Batman I could ever think of, and I don't even like Lord of the Rings. So that game,
I didn't get into it until this game. Like I've watched the movies, but I didn't actually get hardcore into studying the mythology until this game.
Yeah, you went nerd after that game. Mortal Kombat X, $30. That game just came out this year. $60 game, $30, still $60 in stores. And one thing that if you love making choices, you love Fallout type games, and you love a variety of different like shows and movies and stuff like that, there is a thing called the Telltale Games Collection. It's $36.30. $36.30 for the entire Xbox One collection, which means all episodes of the Game of Thrones game they did. Tales from the Borderlands, they did all of those on Xbox One. You get all of that. And then you get The Walking Dead complete first and second season and The Wolf Among Us.
Wow. All of that for...
It's normally $109, man. It's $36.
Wow.
$110 down to $36. You won't find a better gaming deal on Black Friday. Much less right now digitally. What? Dang. That's awesome. That's a good deal. Yeah. That's something people can jump on.
And there's many more for the Xbox One we didn't list, but that was just
some ones that caught our eye. Xbox 360's got some cool ones. You can get Red Dead Redemption digitally for $750. You can get Bioshock Infinite for $750. You can get some cool stuff.
GTA 5 for $25.
Yeah, Halo 4 for $6. If you don't have Halo 4 yet, go ahead and get Halo 4, play it. And, that's actually backwards compatible. So,
but and even some more good news coming Xbox way is Ark Survival Evolve is going to be coming to early access for there. It's obviously still early access on Steam, so it makes sense it'd be early access on console.
Yep, Ark Survival Evolve is a massive multiplayer online game. It's kind of in the vein of those zombie games that took over the market, and there's like 15, 20 major ones that have a big core base, and they said, you know what? You know what's cooler than zombies? Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And
no one's doing dinosaurs.
Yeah. Well, now people are trying, but no one did it like this. No one did it with such care. Ark Survival Evolved is like a sci-fi thing where you're in this world of all kind of extinct animals. The dodo bird is there. Like, it's not just dinosaurs. It's like the dodo bird, some kind of king penguin thing that used to exist. Like, all these extinct animals now reside here on this world, and you're trying to survive. You group up with people, you craft your weapons, your gear, you tame dinosaurs, and they become the things that you can ride, including pterodactyls, which is amazing. Build up your base, defend your base. It's always going, so if you leave the game and no one's at your base at all, if you don't have the right defenses set up, then people can come just destroy your base, take your stuff. Very cool. Living world.
Do you know, I mean, I have this speculation, but the reason it's coming to Xbox One now is perhaps the Windows 10 update, making it more native and going PC console.
It's very, it seems like it could be that way. I think the way that Windows 10 works with Xbox One, the way it talks with the PC developer is, which all developers PC, by the way, is the fact that these people are on early access on Steam. They have an early access game that is also going to be early access on Xbox One, not PS4, because of the way they can talk to each other. It just kind of makes sense that would work that way. And Xbox One is, at least lately, Maybe not a year ago, maybe not 2 years ago, but lately they've been really big on trying to get indie games to their system, especially quality indie games. Some not, but some quality.
I hope they also bring Ark Survive to the Xbox One app for Windows 10, because with Xbox now being Windows 10, it's going to have native cross-buy. You buy it on one platform, you can play it on the other. Not just streaming, but it's actually going to be there to download on your PC machine. But the developers will have to opt into that, of course.
Of course, but this developer has been pretty on board with everything Xbox has asked, including a free trial. It's an MMO. It's a really great price MMO, $30.
Yeah.
For any game, $30 is and if you go look up some Twitch or YouTube gaming plays of Ark, it's an incredible looking game, especially if you've got some friends you can play online with. Yeah. $30 a piece is a lot easier to afford than $60 a piece, and then the game's crap. But you guys can actually all try this for free. So not only is it a pretty bargain price, but you get a free demo to play that will carry over, that you can actually say, hey, do I like this? Do I want to play this? Is this too hard? Sometimes the game is just too hard to start up. Yeah. Too hard to get into, and that's the border. That's where it cuts you off, because they make the game so balanced for the veterans and not for the noobs.
Yeah.
So we get to try it. All of us.
Kind of like a DayZ is. Well, I don't know if it was very hard being a noob by yourself. It was very scary being a noob by yourself, playing at non-super easy difficulties.
The zombie games really enforced the Walking Dead storytelling, how you're more afraid of the humans than the zombies. These zombie games, you see a human, and when you first start playing these MMOs, you start playing, and it's like, oh, a person. Hey, person, let's group up. We're both persons. And then they shoot you.
Yeah.
Well, eventually, enough of those persons shoot you until
you harden yourself.
You harden yourself, and you're like, there's a person. Let's kill them. As you've got your group, and you're hunting down this one little rat.
And people would naturally be that in the apocalypse, wanting to make sure they kill anyone they see, probably. Because you don't get to respawn to learn your lesson.
Well, when you've got a bunch of gear and you've got a lot that you could lose in one of these MMOs, you don't want to have to respawn without it either.
So I typically just try to never be seen.
Yeah.
Never. If I see them and I could kill them, I'm not going to try, because there's always a chance of me being terrible and them being great and they killing me, no matter if I get like 5 or 10 shots on in their back.
Watching this game, this is the first game where it's like, where it kind of feels like you don't just have to be afraid of the humans. The humans are an element that you cannot trust, but the dinosaurs will eat you. This isn't like a horde of slow zombies. This is a Triceratops trying to run you down. This is a T-Rex trying to swallow you whole. They've just added the king penguin things and these giant ancient alligator creatures. And they are massive, and they make sure you don't get in the water. At least you don't live to tell about it. So, and they already had plesiosaurs and pterodactyls and everything else to be afraid of, and raptors. So yeah, let's add more to get people scared. Ark is really exciting. We get to try it for free. It's gonna be $30 when it comes out. I hope the Xbox One fan base really jumps on this. This is not a normal MMO. This is an indie game that's trying to bring an MMO to a console. Very few MMOs can even do that, much less an indie developer.
And what would really help them if they do go to the Xbox app on PCs, because those will build the online networking is the exact same. So people on PC and Xbox will actually be able to play together, building the community, making it worth their investment.
Yep. So let's just, I love indies, and I love it when indies take chances, and I love when indies actually succeed on their promises. So really support these guys. You can look up their body of work. This isn't like, oh, well, I like this game. You can look this stuff up. You can watch playthroughs of Let's Plays over and over. You can watch live streams. You can see what this game is about. And this is a game based on being friends. So it's maybe not a single kind of person going in there and living, unless you're just amazing at the game. You probably want to have friends. Yeah. So you can look up what it's about. It's definitely a friend-based game, and it's cheap, and it gives you the free trial. So there's no reason to really, not try this game.
Yeah.
At least try the free trial. Moving on from that to another Xbox One title that has made some huge advancements, or really put us all as gamers in a bad place.
Halo 5 and microtransactions have made some bank.
Yeah, some bank. So is Halo 5 Candy Crush? Because I just want to know. $700,000 were made from microtransactions on rec packs. Rec packs. Microtransactions, $700,000. I don't think Mario Tennis will make $700,000.
Yeah, this can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. It can be a good thing because perhaps, say, the indies who make console games can start monetizing their product a bit more so they don't have to actually increase how much they charge. However, this is going to put AAA developers who are still going to have the $60 price point, adding that on there just to make more money. It's not going to encourage them to lower their price. It's only going to make them richer, which may or may not also hurt the indie at the same time. It gets really complicated when you look at that. But it legitimizes the indies who wanted to go that approach now.
It does, and okay, so there's a good and bad. So the good, Halo 5 didn't offer DLC. They give you free DLC. And this may be how they're paying for that extra effort.
They're also taking, there's no knowledge of the split of the percentage of what they're doing, but certain percentage of what they're making on just the microtransactions goes to their world tournament. Halo 5 World Tournament that you can enter and win. And, well, there you go. Now they got good funding for that.
Yeah, the World Tournament, and that's all cool. Now, I don't have a problem with how Halo 5 did it. I don't have a problem with this because you have a lot of things to offset microtransactions. Sure, you can buy red packs. You can also earn that stuff naturally. You don't have to speed through it. Play the game for a few months, and it may take you a few months to get what some people bought in a week, but that's just the nature of the beast. You can get it for free through hard work, and that's not taking a shortcut.
Yeah.
Also, you didn't pay for any DLC. You're going to get continuous support. You're going to get continuous advancements in this game for free. So you pay that $60, and guess what? You got a complete game for $60. How many people do that? Besides Nintendo, how many people do that? Not many people.
Yeah.
And even Nintendo has opted for some DLC packs on top of really super loaded games.
Yeah.
But a lot of their games that come in kind of bare, like a lot of these shooters do, like Splatoon, they just give free packs all the time, free updates all the time. So you can look at it that way. You're not paying for any DLC. And you can look at it as it's in that World Tournament. And that's all well and good, and that kind of can balance it out. But what prevents someone like EA from saying, yeah, let's have microtransactions and our $60 pass?
Yeah. And their $60 price point on the game.
Yeah. What's to stop that from happening?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is
they
great.
Kind of already have
it scares me
in a sense, like where you can buy the weapon packs, for like $3 for the pistol pack and maybe $5 for the rifles. But this might encourage them to do that even more so, seeing how much money can be made from it.
Yep. And that's kind of it's scary. The more people that start supporting this, how common will it be for DLC and microtransactions? And we already have seen a lack in quality and a lack of depth put into games who rely on DLC.
Yeah.
So now, how much more could we really lose from these games? We already have shooters coming out without campaigns, and then they have DLC to expand the shooter part of it. So you're getting minimal maps and minimal effort on the part of a multiplayer only kind of game, and then they want as much money of that game for the rest of the map packs, like they're holding it hostage.
Yeah.
And then microtransactions on top of that. Oh, instead of a stormtrooper, you can be a sand trooper on Hoth. Imagine that. $3. All of a sudden it becomes a Capcom game, where Capcom used to charge for all these stupid color swaps.
Yeah.
It becomes that, and that's a scary place to put it. If they want to make money on microtransactions, these AAA game people can get rid of DLC completely, as Halo has done, or make a mobile game and get your microtransactions that way.
Well, that's all we have for today. We didn't reach the entire hour, but we do want to end with our giveaway that we didn't actually mention at the beginning, unfortunately. If you're still here, well, good thing you get to hear about this.
The giveaway has been going on for about 3 weeks now. We've reached 3,400 people, or 3,400 entries, which is great, but we do want more. I mean, you can get so many entries. You can get like 15 entries a day doing the tweet. You can actually do a lot of stuff to increase your chances of winning. Everyday tweet spreads the word, but also gives you points, entries towards winning. We have a lot of games, $400 worth of games.
Of indie games, and they're quality indie games. They're not just some random stuff thrown at you.
Yeah, not some free random stuff. It's not some cheap games. These were actually put together. This list was and it's probably the best list of indie games I've seen. This is kind of a you've never played an indie game. Well, here's everything that you need to catch up on.
Yeah.
It's like get this guy with a time capsule, play these games, catch up on life.
And it's not like we're just like gifting these to your Steam account. You get the download codes for these. So you would probably have a few of these games. Well, you can take these games, you can give them away. The giveaway ends on the 6th of December, so it's right there before Christmas, and it's right there on the start of Hanukkah, in case you're into that. And you can just give these games away as your gifts, and you didn't spend anything for it.
Yeah, and the great thing is these are some really Among the Sleep, one of the best horror survival titles to come out the whole year that it was out. Then you've got stuff like Apotheon, which is an incredible platformer / adventure game with an incredible art style. Cosmochoria beat out Shadow of Mordor the first week it was out in sales. You've got some really great stuff coming here, and you can actually look these games up, see if you like them, but it's a free entry. You're entering this contest for free, so
And the way
be
you
Santa.
The way you enter, yeah, be Santa.
Be Santa.
You just go to
Do a Santa for Hanukkah.
takethestudios.com. You just scroll a little bit down on our homepage, and you'll see a big block where you can enter. It'll take you to our Gleam.io page, and you just click a few buttons there, and bam, you're in.
3 buttons, you're done. You can click more if you want more entries. There's
Yeah.
a lot of ways to enter more than those 3.
Yeah, like I think there's 68 entries right there, 68 points worth of entries.
11 different ways to enter total, including just subscribing to some stuff.
Yeah, and then there's
YouTube pages.
Then there's the Twitter. You can get points every day for hitting that tweet button. It'll automatically do it, so it's like 1 second out of your day. You can get $400 worth of gifts.
Want to watch some Let's Plays of these games? Just go to Wizard Soup's YouTube page.
Yeah, it's youtube.com/WizardSoupGaming. He's usually on the show. Unfortunately, he has a seasonal job on top of his other job, so he hasn't been here in a few
He
weeks.
joined the retail game with the rest of us.
Yeah.
And speaking of retail, thank you for watching, and good luck to everyone who goes out to shop on Black Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Also, I'm sorry about the way our world works, and good luck to all those who have to work on Black Thanksgiving, most of all. And we will see you next week, for those of you that survived.